Alright, it's time for more album lists. We did a bit of anime lists, but now we need to still completely eviscerate everyone but me's taste on the internet. So now we're going to check out Uproxx.com. I believe this is mostly a hip hop focused site. Or maybe not. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Culture. They just look at culture. So sure. Uh, we'll see what albums they liked. We'll see their 2019 NBA rookies to watch. They also did best songs, best hip hop albums of the 2010s, and best pop albums. So I don't know if this is going to be like mutually exclusive with those lists. Like if something is a best hip hop album, it won't also be a best album. I kind of doubt it though, because that seems very weird to delineate it like that. So my guess is Kendrick number one, Beyonce top five, Frank Ocean top five, Kanye top five. The standards, I don't know. Maybe this content is wearing thin because I kind of make the same predictions every time, and I'm mostly right every time. Maybe we'll just kind of look forward to specific magazines putting them out. Like the one I'm mostly looking forward to now is the Quietus. These guys are really into very obscure music, really niche genres and stuff, and really celebrating them above and beyond just kind of the more traditionally critically acclaimed stuff. So I'm assuming they're going to put out a best of the decade list, and that'll be quite interesting, but I don't think it's here yet. So in the meantime, we'll look at the same albums again, but rearranged. Lil Uzi Vert, Love is Rage 2. This is the one that has The Way Life Goes, which I quite like, which is cool. I haven't seen it with this off-white tape plastered over it, this album art. I've only seen it with like the normal. But you know, this is a new one. EXO Tour Life, very high on the Pitchfork list. So, I don't know, not too surprising, I guess. Harry Styles. Oh, this is the One Direction guy. Okay, it's gonna be this type of list, huh? We're going like super poppy with it. Yeah, none of the other lists we've looked at would, not even the Cleveland.com list would have something like this, I think. So how's this gonna go? Schoolboy Q, Habits and Contradictions. I kind of feel like probably there's more Schoolboy Q to come if this is already on here. This one to me is like not all that notable. Or wait, maybe is it? Yeah, this one is like okay, but I don't like it as much as Oxymoron or Blank Face. I think these are generally more liked in general. I don't know. I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was both of those albums later. Lana Del Rey, Born to Die. The first time that a Lana Del Rey album has been on one of these lists that's not Norman fucking Rockwell. But I'm sure we'll see Norman fucking Rockwell later. Sure. Video games. People love it. Why? Couldn't they just be playing video games? Migos Culture. This is definitely the Migos project to choose if you're going to choose a full-length project from them. Definitely the most consistent. The opening run of tracks is just absolutely legendary. Yeah, not too surprising. Actually, kind of more just surprising that it's so low on this list. If you're going to put this on at all, oh, I don't know. Miranda Lambert Platinum. What in the hell is this? Country. No, I don't think we'll need to be putting this on the list. there's no way that I'm going to be interested in this. I'm so sorry. Churches, sure. Churches, whatever you want to call it. Sure. Synth pop stuff. Ooh, okay. I really like this album. This is one that I could see putting on my list. That I was a little disappointed didn't show up anywhere else so far. I think it's just fantastic. Wall-to-wall bangers. It's just an amazing flow between tracks. Some real nice variety and subject matter, you know, talking about Church's Chicken on one track. Is it Church's Chicken? No, it's Herod's, whatever. It's some other, and then other ones much more introspective, much more life experience. Got featured, yeah, the Earl Sweatshirt feature, fantastic. Lady Gaga, Born This Way. I thought this is the one that everyone hated. I thought this is the one that kind of like killed her career for a little bit. Really? I always thought this was like perhaps the stupidest album cover I'd ever seen, but it's kind of grown on me now. Now I think I kind of get it more on a deeper level, what she was going for with this cover and this title and this font and everything. At the time, I was a little too basic to understand this kind of thing, but am I crazy, or does this just generally have not good reviews? Oh, this is the song. I want the album of the same name. No, these are pretty good reviews. I don't know. All right, whatever. Wait, I saw briefly. Whoops. Oh my gosh. I think as I was scrolling down, I like fused two sentences together, and I thought there was one of these questions that was like, why did Lady Gaga like use the bike? Like, why did Lady Gaga put the bike on the cover? But people were also asking that. Okay. Sure. All My Crazy Life. I actually quite like this album. I like that it came out right around the same time as Good Kid, Mad City. I think 1 year later, and it just seemed like such a good alternative. Like it was just such another perspective, another side of the exact same gang activity in the exact same area. Um, yeah, it celebrated kind of all the things that Good Kid, Mad City provided a much more like balanced, nuanced, tragic look at. My Crazy Life was just pure like reveling in those sorts of things. Yeah, no, this write up I think is quite good. It really captures the appeal of this album to me, all the way down until just compare the opening tracks. That Good Kid, Mad City starts with like a prayer, right? It starts with uh, Shireen, Master Splinter's daughter lyrics. Lord God, I come to you a sinner, and I humbly repent for my sins. So very like somber, talking about this nature of sin and God and forgiveness. And then we see YG, My Crazy Life, the Mama speech intro, where she's like, wait, oh, here we go. I hope you're not hanging outside with those gangbangers. It's like so direct. It's like so straightforward, just straight up. Like, I hope you're not outside doing gangster things that you'll describe over the next 10 tracks. I don't know. It's just such a wonderful contrast. And they're both like great albums, just so fully realized, like every song catchy and lovable in its own way. Hmm? Why did it link to that? I meant to just look at the track list again. Here we go. Yeah, a lot of these songs are just fantastic bangers. So, alright. Woo! Pure From Genius Too Bright. Interesting. Interesting. This is the middle one. Pitchfork really likes No Shape. I really like Put Your Back Into It. Uproxx likes Too Bright. That's cool. Dark Side Psychic. I remember Pitchfork gave this like a 9. Yeah, they gave it a 9. And then snubbed. Snubbed from the lists. Oh, it's Nicholas Jar. Okay, but they gave other Nicholas Jar stuff. There was other Nicholas Jar stuff on the list, I'm sure. I totally forgot about this album. I haven't listened to it. But it seems quite interesting. I should check it out. You know what? We'll put it on the list. We haven't put any Uproxx stuff on our list yet, so. Okay, all right. We're learning about music. Ooh, Tegan and Sarah. I haven't thought about Tegan and Sarah in quite a long time. They made some nice music. Nice, fun, catchy music. Don't really remember it too well. It's like I know there was a time where I was listening to them, but that time is like pretty far away from now. What were their singles? The Con? I think I remember this one. Oh, I don't know. Sure. Tegan and Sarah. Nice. Oh, 444. I quite like 444. I think it's really beautiful. A lot of the beat choices are fantastic. It's like kind of deep within itself in a way that I think is cool. It doesn't set out to have bangers. It doesn't set out to be radio friendly. it's clear that it was built from the ground up as like a single sort of emotional push. Yeah. It's, yeah, mature and fascinating, like not just his own thoughts, but thought processes as he enters his 5th decade of life and 3rd of rap stardom. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. Sharon Von Etten, we've seen before on these lists, I'm pretty sure. Whoops. It's supposed to be Control F, Control E. Yeah. But Pitchfork chose a different one. They chose We Are There. Are We There? They chose Tramp. Yeah. Best choice for best album varies so much from person to person. We just saw an example of that. Pink Friday, awesome. Sure, sure. I think this was on the Pitchfork list as well, wasn't it? Or was it the Pink print? Or was it both? I mean, I know they gave like a ton of tracks to her on the track list, but I think she had some on the album list as well. Sure, sure, sure. Big Thief, oof, oof. Everyone loves this. I gotta listen to it because I don't know what it is like at all. I look at these people and it's like, I would listen to music made by you and you, but maybe you and almost certainly not you. So I'm very conflicted about whether or not I think I'll like this or not. But probably. Oh, the XX, not Jamie XX, but the actual XX ones. So I think the self-titled came out in 2009, or maybe even before that. And that one I remember, yeah, 2009. And then I See You. I didn't even know this album exists, perhaps. No, I don't know. Maybe it's fine. There's a couple of songs on this one that I quite like. I think. Oh, I don't even remember. Oh well. Okay. Sure. Probably Jamie XX will show up later. Young Thug Slime Season 3. Okay. There's no way that this is the only Young Thug on the list. So this is like a great indicator that Young Thug is going to saturate this list just as much as it should. Because to me, this is not like a notable Young Thug project at all. One of his most complete bodies of work. But yeah, it's only 8. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. It's good. With Them is amazing. Slime Shit amazing. Digits amazing. But I wouldn't rank this in like the top 5 Young Thug projects. I would put this far below Beautiful Thugger Girls, So Much Fun, the tour, Barter 6, the first 2 Slime seasons. Maybe I'm up underneath Jeffrey for sure. I don't know. Maybe underneath Young Martha. I think this one's really good. I think this one's underrated. It's super short, but like all of these tracks are great. All right, whatever. The Thugger era is coming. Slime season is just starting. Pop 2, sure, not too surprising. This one, not too surprising either. Kind of notable that it's so much lower than we've seen it on other lists. I guess just because this site has such a different genre focus. But the fact that it's included at all is quite a vote of confidence for it. That these people that are mostly more into like pop and hip hop music still got to give a shout out to it. Yeah. All right, sweet. No Name. Awesome. Different one than Pitchfork chose, I'm pretty sure. I think. No. Pitchfork did choose Room 25. Another one chose Telephone. But yeah. Yeah, she's great. Oh my gosh, this one too. Again, seems very out of genre for this website, so definitely saying something with that. Stremlife, sure. Not a surprise. Same with this. A good, happy to see it, but not too surprised. I feel like this website would lose credibility if they didn't have stuff like this. Wonder if I'll have some Death Grips on this list. I feel like the Money Store is almost a guarantee, but then if they go further than that, I'll be happily impressed. Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy. I think this is like lower than it was on the Pitchfork list, which is like vaguely crazy, but I guess not really. I don't know. 1975. Maybe the other one will show up too. Sure. Ooh, Mac Miller, The Divine Feminine. To me, the Mac Miller release I really like is watching movies with the sound off. This one really stuck with me. I go back and listen to this quite a bit these days. Especially around when he died, I was listening to it a lot. I think it's quite beautiful. But his other albums, I don't know. I was never as into them. I don't know. I guess I should check these out. I just saw Dev Hines' name. He produced something on swimming. I don't know. Okay. Sure. Buoyed by an entire, namely the admiration for the healing power of women and love for one in particular. Well, that sounds quite nice. Billie Eilish. When we all fall asleep, where do we go? This was on one of the other lists too. I think the Paste.com, Paste Magazine list. Maybe the Cleveland.com list. They're all kind of blending together now. Sure. Can't wait to see where this goes. Well, I'm quite curious too. I think she makes some pretty interesting music. It's just not extreme enough for me to really like be caught up in it. It's like cool that she's pushing boundaries from within the mainstream, but those are not boundaries that I'm interested in anymore, I guess. Fantastic. I'm kind of surprised this isn't even higher, but a really fantastic album for sure. James Blake, okay. Dirty Computer, cool. No Arc Android. Pitchfork is the only one so far that's chosen Arc Android over Dirty Computer, which is quite interesting to me. Because I thought that that Arc Android was kind of like the magnum opus by most people's opinion. Sweetener, sure. Ooh, Nostalgia Ultra. This is the first time that this has been kind of shouted out. Frank Ocean's first album. It's the first one I heard because I was into him before Channel Orange came out. Just so you know. I think it's quite good. It still holds up in so many ways. Like it's still so rich of sound. His voice is still amazing. It just doesn't have the same ambition as the later albums. Like it doesn't get as crazy as the other ones for sure. Julian Baker sprained ankle. What is this? Well, that sounds nice. We'll put this on the list. Watch the Throne. Sure. A notable inclusion. Yeah, probably underrate this album now. It's like the things that come to mind easiest for me are the parts that are kind of dated and obnoxious now. And more of the subtle parts of it, I think, are probably going to be stronger. Licky Lee, we're just talking about her in the Pitchfork songs list. That's a lot of rings. Sure. Live, Love, ASAP, awesome. Good choice. I wonder if this will be the highest ranking A$AP Rocky album or if they'll have later ones even higher. I've been like kind of rethinking this a bit, and now I'm more convinced that this is actually the best one. It's like, I think standout tracks from the later ones kind of stick in my head more. They're like produced more to be like super catchy and stuff, so I think of them more often and I like return to them more often. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to compete with this as just a project. Why didn't they put the dollar signs? Huh? It seems disrespectful. Where's the dollar signs? Sure, Helplessness Blues. Hoping to see some Father John Misty too. Cosmogramma, awesome. I like that it's all on one page too. So far this list has made me pretty happy. FK Twigs, LP1, sure. You put out your list before her new full-length album, you big dummies. But it's just how it is. Dirty Sprite 2, awesome. Or DS2, I guess they didn't want to call it Dirty Sprite 2 because Sprite is trademarked. But yeah, good. The album cover we've talked about before. Look, you can see his face. Nobody knows that. Look, eye, nose, mouth. Nobody knows. Only I know. And now all of you know. St. Vincent, the sitting on the chair one. Will the mouth one come later? I don't know. Tame Impala, not surprised. No lonerism, but still currents. Ooh, Earl Sweatshirt. I don't like shit. I don't go outside. Awesome. I think this album has treasures, and that the right person, the sort of person whom this album really resonates with, this could easily be like one of their favorite albums of all time, and it wouldn't be a big surprise to me. It's the type of thing that can just grip you on an extremely dark, deep, personal level. To me, this is maybe my least favorite Earl album, just because it didn't grip me in that way at the time of my life when I was listening to it. I'm a bigger fan of Doris and some rap songs, And I guess the original mixtape too. I don't know. I'm expecting to see Doris in some rap songs later on this list. Weighs Blood. We talked about this before. Feel like I should get more into it. Sure, sure. Hey, I love you, Honey Bear. Just as I was hoping. What a great album. What a great cover. Oh, look at Father John Misty. Look at Josh Tillman up in there. What is going on with this guy? What is going on with this guy? Huh. Malibu, cool. Sure, sure. Another really cool album cover. Sure. Black Star, not a surprise. Maybe a surprise that it's this low. Seems like everybody, perhaps out of respect to pay homage, has been rating this very highly. Jamie XX, not surprised, since we saw the other XX album earlier. Not So Secret Weapon. Nipsey Hussle Victory Lap. We saw this on the Cleveland.com list, didn't we? I'm pretty sure. So not too surprising to see it here. In a very hip-hop focused site, this person is definitely kind of like a rapper's rapper, someone who was sort of deep within the culture and a pivotal figure from within it. Nice. Puberty 2, cool. Best named album. Thank you. Next. Awesome. On my list, this is higher up than Sweetener for sure. I think this is my favorite album-length project from her. But as I said before, I'm much more interested just in her singles. Like, I don't end up listening to her albums all the way through all that often. But yeah, this one's got 7 rings. Thank you, next. Maybe those are the only ones I like. I don't know. Sure. Coloring Book, awesome. I wonder if we'll see Acid Rap even higher. It looks like the kind of consensus is that Acid Rap is better than Coloring Book. For me, it's kind of, I don't know, the jury's kind of still out. I think Acid Rap is probably more interesting and inventive and exciting, but Coloring Book has some really, really beautiful moments and is so solid throughout and so varied. He has so many guests and he just like perfectly meshes with them on every track. I don't know. To me, this is a hard album to top. A wildly polarizing departure from Chance the Sign on Acid Rap. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. 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 We're on Drugs. Demolished by Sun Kill Moon, as we discussed. Nice. Kind of surprised that this isn't higher either. But sure. Of course. Fiona Appler, the Idler Wheel, blah, 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 blah. They didn't bother writing it out. I'm not going to bother saying it. Grimes' Visions. Gorilla vs. Bears #1. Kind of feel like, based on the taste I've seen so far, that Art Angels will be even further up, maybe. I don't know. Pusha T, My Name Is My Name. Yes, 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 yes. Now, Daytona could be even higher, and I would be fine with that. But I feel like people are totally underestimating this album. They're totally underrating it. This is such a good album. It's so solid from front to back. Some of the moments that you just kind of feel like you're losing your mind in the best possible way. Yeah, it's good stuff. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Some of these tracks in the middle, like this one, meh. This one, actually, this one I remember being pretty good. This one, meh. But then other ones, like, oh my god. This one is such a banger. The opening track's godly. Yeah, I'm happy to see it on here. Sure, sure. I've made all my complaints about this. Chromatics again, man. I'm definitely missing out on this album. Run the Jewels 2. No love for the other ones. Cleveland.com, I remember, had Run the Jewels 3 as well. But I quite like the original. I think the original is has held up very, very well. And even though the later ones are kind of more exciting in their production and maybe more ambitious, this one has so many just straight up bangers. Like Sea Legs, A Christmas Fucking Miracle is so emotional, so beautiful. I don't know. That one's becoming underrated. Bonnie Bear, sure, 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 sure. If they put 22 million above this, I will mail them $22 million. Just kidding. Well, we'll see.
12 gauge shotguns.